Okay, good morning to all of you. Once again, now we'll solve case study of ACS, Advertising in Contemporary Societies, SEM number 5, TYBMM, Mumbai University. Okay. In this particular case study of ACS, basically what happened, they will give one particular product and they will mention you are required to prepare advertising strategy, okay, for a specific product or service that is mentioned to you. And they will mention few special feature of the products and services and how they are going up with. And then they will mention 3 groups, group number 1, 2 and 3. Earlier it was 4 groups, but it reduced now into 3 groups. That is nice, I suppose to be. So group number 1 is basically all related developed countries, say example USA, UK, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Denmark, etc. Group number 2 is all related countries, emerging countries like China, Japan, Brazil, Russia, South Korea, etc. And group number 3 is generally Middle East countries. In that they give Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, etc. So what is the need basically from that particular lineup for your side as a examiner point of view? Whatever the product or service that is mentioned in solution, you have to write as per the information given in the case study. The given product is this, say Patanjali Ayurveda is the given product, and now they want us to create means our advertisement, our ad agency, they want us to create advertising strategy in different area. They are looking forward for international market, they want to go over there in international market. So it is the work given to us as an advertising strategy to create advertising strategy for the product Patanjali Ayurveda. So after that you have to mention which 2 countries you are going to select. They will say always in question you have to select only 2 countries from 2 different groups. That group can be anything, group number 1, 2, group number 1, 3, whatever it is to be. So you have to mention, suppose you are selected USA and Saudi Arabia. So you mention that for this particular advertising strategy from group number 1, I am going to select USA, group number 3, Saudi Arabia as a country base where advertising strategy is going to happen. After that, you have to mention target audience. Who will be your target audience? Like this Patanjali Ayurveda, there will be health oriented people. You mention target audience, okay? Traditional rooted people, the one who use products without side effect, they think for. Those who have fed up from the allopathic drugs. There are people in the present community, there are people they don't want to go ahead with the allopathic products and all. Maintain health with belief and aesthetic natural availability. That can be one particular way of the thinking. Basically, it is a target audience with psychographic profile of the human being. Then you have to say USP of your product. Why and how your product is unique. The USP, unique selling proposition. That can be natural product, hygienic, original without harm effects on human body, high charge but beneficial, okay. Make away disease with an ease, and from the root it is to be they can make away these things. So after that, target audience, USP, and then you write media use. Media use. For the above case study, we are going to use following media. Which media you are going to select? Electronic media, press media, whatever. So you have to mention always electronic, press and social media compulsorily along with internet. Compulsorily, social media we are going to use for the advertising strategy. These are the basic things that you have to mention. Introduction, target audience, USP and usage of media. And then you start with your actual case study. So following countries, the above countries that we selected, on the basis of that, the first country is USA, group number 1 USA. And then you mention for USA, introduction. In introduction, what is USA all about? It is one of the developed country, economic condition and the political condition is very strong, especially economic condition is very strong. Tertiary sector is the main sector to be over there, service sector. They earn, and the lifestyle over there, SDI, Human Development Index is very high. So people over there in that particular country are taken care by the government always. So all the technological use etc. is very high. Okay. After that, after mentioning USA ka introduction, you have to basically write it down the product how you are going to advertise in that country. say, and you have to go ahead with at least 12 pointers, say pointer number 1, after that introduction, language. While advertising in of product Patanjali Ayurveda, I'm going to utilize English as a main language, since maximum population in USA is speaking and saying English, is able to understand English. So English will be the main language over there. That's it. This you have to mention. Then you have to mention technological environment. Okay. So techniques and the technology in that particular area, say USA is very high. So all latest technology we are going to use. That is why social media I have mentioned. Latest means of technology we are going to utilize, which will be helpful for reaching overall consumer in that particular area. Color. While advertising pamphlets and things and advertisement, we are going to use light colors in USA. Light colors. For Saudi Arabia, language will be, you have to give introduction afterwards, after finishing USA. But over there, introduction, give basic introduction. That is also one of the prior Middle East country, Gulf country it is to be. No doubt the technology is very high, especially money power and all, economic condition is very high to be over there. But politically they are very restrictive. That introduction you have to give. Language, while advertising in Saudi Arabia, we are going to use Arabic language as a main language. Color, green color posters and all, that is the holy color for them. So that will be more easy to accept. Okay. Technological, yeah, they are, but they don't accept latest techniques and technologies as such to be very high. Social media and all, they are not going freely as like in USA. Over here it is not free for all, especially for the females, restrictive. Economic level, legal conditions as such, economic level is high in both areas. So price of the product will be on that particular matter. In USA also, while advertising, while representing products and services, we will charge quite high product because we are representing qualitative products and services. In Saudi Arabia, yes, it is to be. So we can charge on that particular basis products and services according to the economic condition of that. Legal procedures of both the countries, if we find, if anything is wrong in USA, so immediately they will say shut down your business and go ahead from over here. So we have to see all the legal proceedings, all the legal expenses, everything has to be properly filled up. All license, whichever is required, we have to go ahead with those things. So we have to first take that particular legal prospects, we have to clear with legal process. In Saudi Arabia also the legal prospect is very strict. If you are wrong, if you know that in Saudi Arabia and Gulf countries, they have different rules and regulation. Okay. So we have to be very much careful. Anything if it is required from the head of that particular area or the territory, we should get before and be protective. Social environment is how to be over there, socially how to be connected, like male, female, how to be there, how society is, go ahead with the things. So social environment we have to represent positively. We have to say our products should be connected with the social environment or society of that country. Now in USA what happened, maximum people other than the allopathy, they are going to be very natural, and the Ayurveda, they have accepted yoga, they have actually yoga, they have accepted, and now we are learning yoga from them. Are you getting? It was earlier yoga, now it is yoga. So yoga is very fancy to hear about. When you say yoga मैं कर रहा हूँ तो लोगों को लगेगा क्या योग कर रहे हैं? It is yoga now. So they are accepted those things, that is the social environment as such. So according to the social environment of that particular area, we will represent our advertisement too, so that people will accept those things. योग को योगा बना दिया तो पतंजलि आयुर्वेद को पतंजलि आयुर्वेदा can be accepted over there with few flying colors and few pictures that should be mentioned over there. Over here in Saudi Arabia, of course, Ayurved only, Patanjali Ayurved, and different variety, it is rooted from India. And India is very rich on the basis of the resources of Ayurvedic and all. So those things are accepted in Gulf countries still. So fame of the India we can mention over there through the advertising strategy in social environment. So people will accept those things easily. They will accept, and that is what the best need over here. Then as per the Gerard Hendrik Hofstede, he has given 6 dimensions, and it is request. And it is not request, it is basic that you have to mention Gerard Hendrik, that is Gerd Hofstede cultural dimension, and that goes for the 6 main dimension that he has given. power PDI, that is power distance index, MFI, masculinity femininity index, ICI, individualistic communalist, individualistic or community index, UAI, uncertainty avoidance index, and RTI risk taking index. Now here you have to represent in power distance index. You have to mention Hofstede dimension cultural model compulsorily. So in that, when I say a power distance index, so in USA and all, either it is high or low, all the dimensions, high or low. Like in India base, it is to be very high, as to be, since whatever it is centralized way, whatever boss says, everybody has to go ahead on that particular rules, regulation that boss says to all. So in USA, power distance index is low. Because of that, what happened? Everybody, they don't, they know about their rights, they can fight for their rights. And they call their boss by their own names. यहाँ पे बॉस को अपने नाम से बुलाओ तो ऐसा लगेगा तुमने कोई चोरी कर ली है, पाप कर दिया है, खून कर लिया है. इंडिया में कोई बुलाएगा? If my principal is there, my head is there, तो मैं डायरेक्टली उनको नाम से बुलाऊँ, मैडम, सर, यस, हेलो, ऐसे. But in USA it is accepted. Saudi Arabia is, once again, it is like India. So over there the boss, whatever is saying is the correct. So that dimension we have to mention in advertising strategy. We have to give proper approach in the ads of Patanjali Ayurveda for USA and Saudi Arabia. Over USA, everybody can be everybody is important in the advertisement. We can mention either it is TVC or either it is print advertisement. But in Saudi Arabia, in Gulf country, as per the PDI, power distance index, there should be somebody as a leader, somebody as a head to be there, has to be presented in front of others. People will accept more because they like more of opinion leaders, like in India. We like opinion leaders. Somebody has to be there being as opinion leaders. Masculinity femininity index, who will be your target audience? Male or female? In USA, developed country, anybody can, male bhi ho sakta hai and female bhi ho sakta hai. But in Gulf country, so we can write as in USA, male female can be given equal importance while advertising my products and services to capture the mindset of those people towards Patanjali Ayurveda. But in Gulf country like over here, Saudi Arabia, we will target only the head who can purchase that one, and especially that is male. Female, they don't have that much of right to decide and guide to them that this is important or not important for the family. Getting? Are you getting? Individualistic or community based as to be. So in USA, people are generally living individual. They have their own rights and things. Maximum divorce cases if you heard about. Nahi acha laga, chalo chodo jao. So we will target in USA only individuals for Patanjali Ayurveda, male, female, or young generation, young kid. We will target them only individual people. We are going to target. In Saudi Arabia, we will target family. यहाँ पे जरूरत पड़ती है ना, सुबारम, family आई, सब लोग खरीदो. Same like in Saudi it is to be. The family is the main target to be there. Whoever the purchaser, that is not an issue. But in developed country, USA will target individual person because they are the people, they are the person who collect things and they are having the right and things who can collect things individually by their own. Okay, then risk taking index is high in USA. कुछ भी नया आया तो they immediately go ahead with the same. Saudi Arabia, they will first find out, is it working, is it good, is it bad. कैसे यहाँ पे reviews देख के फिर movie देखने जाते हैं, reviews सुन लेते हैं फिर movie देखने जाते हैं type of. So they will first see risk taking index is low in Saudi Arabia. Numbers, which number you can utilize, like in USA and few developed countries, they don't use number 13. To make sure that number should not be over there, while representing advertisement and all, because that is a evil number for them. So 786 is a good number for Saudi Arabia, a holy number. So if you will use that number anyhow, so it will give positive approach for the Patanjali Ayurveda. Let accept that particular product or service. Okay. In colors, I told you, like any specific color. So you can write these demographic profile. You can mention on the basis of age, gender, education, occupation, income, which are the type of people you are going to target. So 10-12 pointers for USA, the same pointer for Saudi Arabia, only the thing of presenting your product in a different way. When I am advertising over here and in this particular country, product is same, but because of cross cultural dimension that you have learned in ACS. Those things we have to take care, and that is all about your advertising strategy. You will get definitely good marks. That's it. Thank you very much.